Hello friend, and welcome to a new video in the UiPath series. So in this video we are going to discuss about the debug feature of UiPath and how we can take the benefit of this feature in UiPath. So let's start with. So I am in a project already which I have already created. Right in this project you can see there is two assignment statement, name and age, and both have some value assigned. And after that I'm just printing the value of these variables. So first I'm printing the name, and second we are displaying for the age. Okay, so this is a very straightforward program. So let me test it first if it is running or not. So just I'm running this by using run file. Okay, go on the output section. So you can see that it is printing the value perfectly, no issue. Okay, so what we will do, so we'll test the debug thing. So before that let me tell you what exactly debug is. So like in this in any of the programming, right, the program controls actually execute from top to bottom. Okay, so when we execute the program, so UiPath go and read from top to bottom. So first of all it will read this assignment, it will assign the value, then it will go to the next activity, then it will go to the another next activity, and this is how it does. Okay, so in this execution flow, right, if I want to stop the execution for some time, not stopping actually, but actually keeping the execution on hold at certain point, so then I require the help of the debugging. So debugging is nothing but just holding the control, execution control at some point, and at that point of time I should be able to see what are the various variables till then actually having the value and other things. So that helps to understand how the execution is running and what are the values actually is actually available at that point of time. So it very much helpful for the programmers in any programming languages, right? So this debug is very much important. So for here, so what we are going to do, so to use the debug thing, first of all, so you can see you have many options. For first of all, you have an option at the very bottom, breakpoint. You can click on this breakpoint. So you will see there's one tab, so it will display what are the location in your program where you wanted to hold the execution. So currently it is not showing anything. Okay, you also have one debug tab at the top, the design and the debug. You can click on the debug tab from top, and you will see one button called breakpoint. And if you click on this breakpoint, you will have two options, toggle breakpoint and show breakpoint. So before that, let's create a breakpoint first. Okay, and then we test like how the breakpoint is running. So what we will do, we will first click at any activity where we want to add a breakpoint. So breakpoint will actually just pause or they hold the execution. So I want to create a breakpoint at this age. So I clicked here and I will press this breakpoint button this time simply. So when I click it, you can see one red circle is appearing which indicate there is a breakpoint. If I want to remove the breakpoint, again click on this activity and again click on this breakpoint one time and another time. Two times you have to create, so it will remove it. Again create it, so click on the activity, click on the breakpoint button, so it created the breakpoint. And if I have to remove, click once, so it temporarily it remove, and on a next click it will totally remove the breakpoint. So I require the breakpoint, so again let me put it back. So now I have the breakpoint, and if I run the application, I'm going on the design, this button on run file, so you will see the program executed and it is showing the result, no change. So this breakpoint doesn't affect the total execution and the output. Okay, now if I want to actually take the benefit of this debug point, the breakpoint, so we have to run the application in debug mode. So what you do, right, to run the debug mode, you have many options. If you are in a design tab, so on this in this option you have a debug option, you have a debug file option, or if you are in a debug tab, here also you'll see the same option. Okay, so anything that we can use it. So I'm just running it in a debug mode, so I'm clicking on this debug file. So when I click this, so now UiPath is executing the file, and this time you can see it is not minimizing the UiPath, it is keeping the screen, and now you can see this activity is highlighted with a blue bar. This means that the application is now actually on hold at this point. It is not going beyond that. Okay, so it is waiting for some action from our side. So at present, what we can see, so you can see at the left side, you will see some new screens. You can see this local section. If it is not coming, maybe sometime it collapsed, so you can click, you can just find where the local is. You can click this local, and this local section will show you what are the variables that you have at this stage. So you can see there are two variables already there, and it is showing the value 0 in the edge. Can you see this? It is not showing the value because this activity is not executed yet. It is still has to execute. So that's why the tan value is not assigned. So by default it is having 0. But if you see this name, it is having the value. Okay, so why? Because it is already executed. The first activity is to assign the name, which is already executed. That means the variable name is having the value, but the next activity is not executed. So from here I can see like what are the variables at this stage and what are the value. Okay, so this is the first thing. Now the thing is what, how I should go to the next. So I wanted that, okay, the UI path should execute now to the next one. So we have multiple options to make the this execution. So you can see at the debug section, on the debug tab at the top, you will have multiple debug buttons. So one is what it is saying step into, another is what step over, and third is what step out. So when we press this step into, it will go inside the activity and execute it. So if it has some more activity into that, so it will go inside that. Okay, the step over is what it will execute this this whole activity, and it will go to the next activity. And step out means what, it will totally execute the debug and it will finish the execution. So here I wanted that this activity should execute and it should go to the next one. So I will use it this step over. So I click on this. So now you can see this highlighted box is now changed and it is now highlighting the next box. That means now the control is at the next activity and the previous one was executed. You can see in the variable section now the age is having the value because this is already executed. So this helps a developer to understand what going wrong, or maybe just to understand how the values are going from one variable to another variable and how the values are getting changed. Okay, so this is what you can use this step over to go to the next one. If you press this continue, so it will without stopping anywhere, it will complete the execution. So I'm just pressing it continue. It completed the execution, and if you can go on the output, you can see all the outputs are there. Okay, so this is what the breakpoint find. So as I shown you in the initially, right, we have a breakpoint section at the below also. You can click on this. Now you can see we have one breakpoint. So once the script is growing, or maybe you have a lot of breakpoint and you want to disable, delete everyone together, so this section helps. You can click on this, or maybe you can click multiple over from here, and you can do the activity like maybe you can delete or maybe you can disable, whatever. So I suppose I want to delete it, click here and click this delete button. So now it is removed. Okay, so this is what about the breakpoint. So just go and just use it and let me know if you're stuck somewhere. If you have some query or question, please type in the comment box and I will reply you back. So thanks for watching the video today. Thank you.